Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A very solid gain of 27.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He hits West underneath. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them. And now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 27 yards. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, you got three down. Switch.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And out come the Chiefs now. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. And even 50 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Ace, ace.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Left, 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 left. Z.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. A first trip to the red zone for KC. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. And the kick by Butker is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side taken in by Hill. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Mahomes going to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And Thomas has it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Slow.
Now it's Mahomes again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mahomes now on the sneak, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Left, 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 left.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Chris Jones in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Throwing now is Mahomes. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Chris Jones getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st down, Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Conley, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays?
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. D. Ford. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Mahomes to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll set up a throw. Looking deep for DeAnthony. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Left, 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 left.
They run it again with Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The All-Pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown. And, frankly, that should have been another pick right there. He'll drop to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones in there yet again. My goodness, making 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. He is going to find Hill here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And there was absolutely 0 pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Now a pitch out to Williams. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Back to throw, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. To throw is Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Mahomes to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Man, you sorry, folk. I run back across you again, I'll beat the shit out you.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And Mahomes is going to go down. in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a two-score game.
And two, doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation, because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately, that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
In the second half
now
with
the Chiefs'
defense.
offensive unit ready to do battle again. The clock
shit.
cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you...